Good evening. Hopefully this one won't be too long, but you know how I like to babble. So, I'm so fucking tired. Oh my goodness. I had a really long day. Sorry, Puncher, but you kind of hogging up my blankie. Anyway, I was up at 4 this morning, working the early shift, and I was supposed to get off at 1 o'clock, but someone called in again to work, and the little lady that used to drive me crazy, I actually really like her now. We've come to Jesus together, and we actually work well together. But she was going to have to close alone, and so I told her I would stay and help. So I ended up working till about 6 p.m. Which would be fine in an office, but I have been on my feet all day. Like, I've just been prepared all 3 meals, as well as started prepping for tomorrow's and for some for the weekend. And my dogs, my hoofs are sore. They are ready for menudo. They are tenderized. I am like, my feet are throbbing. I'm tired. I'm fucking exhausted. And so, got home and jumped in the shower, and I made me some rice, and I ate some amazing Thai food. Oh my gosh, that my boss made. Chef's kiss. Oh. And then spent some time with Pancho. He's passed out now. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I jumped on and did a journal tonight, because tomorrow I may be able to do one, but I'm going to be spending some time with my daughter this weekend. And I won't be working too much on, I'm always working on my spiritual recovery, but I won't be, doing the tarot novellas and the updates on all the crazy, unless there's some crazy world event, I really want to spend some time with my daughter and focus on her. So I wanted to make sure tonight that I jumped on, and tonight's the full moon, and so I'm doing like my little ritual. I did a salt shower. I don't have a bathtub here. God, today would have been so nice to just soak in an Epsom salt bath, but I ended up making a salt mixture for me, and did that tonight in my shower, and just kind of visualized this pouring over me and healing over my heart and releasing all that does not serve me, all that is toxic. And I wanted to make sure, it's the last, how this project has taught me all about the moon cycles, and, because in this Earth Angel novella, these heifers, the cults and covens, they work with astrology, and they all attack. They go balls to the wall every freaking moon cycle and stuff like that. In this project that I have for entertainment purposes only, that I've been talking about for the last 2 years. So I've learned a lot about moon cycles and things like that. And, yes, I know it's fictional, but it's really amazing just learning about astrology, and it's kind of gotten me into this practice of acknowledging. I have my little crystals, they're on my windowsill, and they're getting charged by the last supermoon of 2025, the year of the snake we are shedding. I've got wanting to get some moon water, all these cool little things that I'm learning about. And yeah, people may call it, oh my gosh, that's sacrilegious, you're okay, whatever. I would be rich coming from I get judged about this stuff, especially in my own family, LDS Mormons who do actual blood oath rituals and stuff in their temples. So, bitch, please, I don't want to hear that me putting my little rocks on a windowsill and praying while I'm taking a shower and lighting an incense and writing a release letter of everything that I'm letting go. And I've done this a few times, but something about this year, something about this moon. It's been because I've been working on this Earth Angel project, and it's really gotten to me, because in this Earth Angel project, we're talking like high-level people that are doing horrible, horrible things, and not just to Earth Angels or light workers, but to unsuspecting people that don't believe in black magic or don't believe in spirituality. They only believe in religion. They only believe in politics. They only believe in culture. They only believe in these things. And people that know that they won't think outside the box have been taking advantage and just doing very cruel things. And I know that sounds far-fetched, but, you just see it isn't that far-fetched. You see the Epstein shit that's going on. You see what's going on in Gaza. Like, I watched this, one of the worst, horrible people, Mary Middleton, whatever her name is, that Zionist, who is like Trump's biggest donor. Hillary Clinton was, they're all puppets. They're all, it's just, I'm just glad we're seeing it now. So sometimes this project can be a little heavy, and it makes me think of, like, even though it's fictional, it doesn't feel fictional, or it's for entertainment purposes only. Let me say that, because it's not fictional. We really do have evil people out there, really evil people. And you see it every day. And it doesn't matter if they're Republican or Democrat. There's just people that don't care about anything other than money and hiding the truth. And that's been heartbreaking. Because they would literally sacrifice people, and they literally have, like in real life, you've seen that. They have literally sacrificed people. You see the Venezuela, just the boats. I don't even care if they are fucking drug dealers. There's no due process. There's no, the sole only reason we're doing that is to get their resources. Venezuela, making an excuse, and we're literally killing people. The greatest nation on earth. Fuck that. The biggest bullies on earth. No wonder we're led by that pathetic man. I'm not even going to call him, okay, I'll call him neck talk. But he's just such a weak, irrelevant, insecure, sad. Like, to have all that he's been given, not given, all that he has taken, all that he has desired, and look at him. He's rotting. He's fucking miserable. He's losing his goddamn diggity mind. It's all catching up to me. I wish it would catch up sooner, but I'm trusting the universe. I mean, just as predicted in the Earth Angel novella, all this shit was coming out. And I was thinking about it, there was something that I posted earlier on Savvy Savs, one of my favorite podcasters, and she posted one on, I posted it earlier today, but I heard it yesterday. And it was Joy Reid. Is that what she used to be on MSNBC? And Savvy Sads hit the nail on the head. Because I really did, when I started working on this project. I remember I didn't freak out when Kamala didn't become the next president and Trump was going to take office. Well, I was just, the first time that happened, I freaked the fuck out. But the second time, I had already started working this Archangel project, and I knew that everything was happening as it should. And it didn't mean that I didn't want, I didn't want Trump in office whatsoever. I think he's a piece of shit. But I also knew the way that the story worked out was that, you know, it's the way that it's supposed to be. And, you know, him being able to get out of jail free again, you know, it was really gonna, it was like his one chance. And it was also our nation's chance. It's like God gave us a test again. The universe gave us a test again. And we failed. And he failed. You know, he could have done right by us, and instead he's just been a vengeful bitch. And he's rotting, and he's miserable, and everything's going to be exposed on him. And but Joy Reid, what she was saying, or what Savvy Sads was saying, so now that Joy Reid is out of MSNBC, which was a really sad way that they did it, very racist too, 100% believe that. It's also a blessing in disguise. And that's when, again, goes to like what I've learned about the universe. If you just, it doesn't feel like it's right at that time, and maybe it isn't, but it's where you need to be. And Joy was now like talking about much more freely and much more honestly about Israel's influence. And yes, I know people are going to think I'm anti-Semite, and I'm not. I'm anti-Zionist. These fuckers don't give a shit about religion or anything. It's about money and fucking control. It's disgusting. And, you know, she finally called out the Democrats on it, which had she still been at MSNBC, that is something that never would have happened. And so for me, personally, when Trump, when they said that he won the election, right, I still, Musk helped him win that election. That is accurate. Or get the election. That was the whole deal. The deal with the devils that they made. And it was, what Savvy said is like, you know, if Kamala had gotten into office, this whole, and it's true, this genocide, this Israel stuff, it never would have been solved either. Biden, Obama, Clinton, they were all Israel puppets. And that really breaks my heart. Learning about Israel is really what changed a lot for me. You know, it's that litmus test. It's that, you know, if you only care. Well, and Israel's totally connected to Epstein. I know people think I'm crazy, but more and more we're starting to see, holy shit. Holy shit. They really are connected. And so, my thing was, you know, I was thinking about that yesterday when Savvy says, you know, if Kamala had been in office, we probably wouldn't be talking about Gaza and Israel like the Democrats. You know, finally it's like getting us out of that space as we see how absurd the Epstein files are. We're starting to realize, but we're also seeing how certain Democrats, especially those funded by Israel, aren't calling out the truth. And, and then I saw that Trump's biggest donor, evil lady, Black Widow, she is a Zionist, obviously, and Hillary Clinton just recently went on tour with her, went to and spoke with her, and I just I could believe. But it's so obvious, and I'm glad that I see it now. Like I can look at things nonpartisan now, and I'm just, and for her to be saying the same thing that many of these Zionists that are freaking out, like, oh, TikTok is showing people the truth about what's happening in Gaza. And the funny thing is, I don't even go on the TikToks. I don't even have an account. I've never even seen what those videos are. Thank God. I've seen what I post on Facebook, and that's bad enough. But, I have learned to start looking. I don't get my news from mainstream media anymore. I like more independent, like Sabby Sabs is my favorite, but I also, the Democrats agree more with my values. Not all of them, but they agree. Even though I'm independent, I lean more left. And I like the young guys. They give me hope. And the sassy middle-aged women, like I had a podcast, but like the Keith Edwards, even the Adam Mockler, he's very logical though, but he is not a conspiracy theorist, which is good because he gives a very well-rounded perspective, and it gives me hope after seeing like the angry maggots. There's that flip side of people that are really speaking up and speaking out. But anyway, yeah, it's been a little heavy, and the Earth Angel novella, I won't go too much into it because it's just, I'm exhausted. But, it's come to a head where, like, last night, I think at 4 a.m, I posted one. I was just pissed when I was listening to it. Because even if it's a fictional story, whether you believe it or not, like, it's the audacity of how fucking cruel this evil cabal is, and how they just are relentless and they won't stop torturing and trying everything that they can to not face themselves or not be held accountable, and also to kill the Earth Angel. Specifically, I mean, they're ready to kill any light worker, but especially the one that is telling the truth, the one that they put on a public platform. Motherfuckers. Just love the way the universe works. So there was a little bit of anger this morning when I was just like, go fucking heal already. I want to move on from this part of the world wants to move on. Like, okay, we know who you are. We see who you are. Go fucking heal or just die off already. And, yeah, it was a little... And so, I had to kind of tune out today a little bit on the Earth Angel Project. Like, sometimes just seeing how vile the administration is. But, I am glad that it's that administration, so we can see how vile. And had it been Kamala or some other Democrat, I think it would have taken a lot more time for things to be exposed. you know? It's not like Epstein would have. It's the ironic thing. It was Trump that ran on the promise of Epstein. If Kamala had won, it never would have. So I'm glad she didn't. And I know people don't understand that right now. I'm not glad that Trump's president, fuck no. But I'm glad that he's exposing himself. And not just him, his junk drawer administration too. And they're going fucking down. Couldn't be sooner. So, anyway. So that was the Archangel Novella. And then, you know, I had to take a break from that, but I also knew, like, this is the new moon, and I know I'm feeling some type of way. I've been thinking about my family a lot lately. Some of my old friends that I never hear from anymore. Just kind of thinking a little bit about my past, as I've kind of done a review of what I'm keeping and what I'm releasing in my life, and I've really released a lot. And so anyway, there was so I thought of my exes, I thought of my family, both immediate and, you know, some not so immediate. I thought of friends. I even thought of, you know, people that enabled, people that were very mean to me, even when they knew. Yeah, I may have had an issue with alcohol, but damn it, if they had any idea the lack of support and the cruelty that I endured, they probably would have drank themselves to death too. And so it was interesting to think about that. And I didn't want to listen to tarot when I got home. It's the same fucking story. No accountability, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up just listening to music. And I've been a little disconnected from music lately. Because I'm not going to lie, I love music and I love the videos. And that was such a fun part of my Earth Angel novella. But doing the industry part of the Earth Angel novella has broken my heart. I'm not going to lie. It really has broken my heart. And I've been in, it's not like I'm a rapper. It's not like I listen to all that music, but it's just like how shady things have been behind the scenes. And there's music and there's artists that I really, really loved. That had probably been engaged in some really dark stuff. Or if they haven't, they know of others. And they've been bystanders. And I'm talking about Puffy, of course. I hate calling him Puffy. I'm talking about Sean Combs, who, yes, had a very traumatic upbringing. Motherfucker, we all have. Maybe not to the extent as you, but there's some people that have had it worse. And at one point, you know, was bright, and I think a lot of people in the industry, they had a light within them, and they chose that devil on the shoulder versus the angel, and they embraced it to the point where they didn't even recognize themselves anymore. It's like an entity overtook them. And it's true, because he acts one way, and then he gets in the car and says, I need sanitizer, I need a shower. Like, it's that quick. His persona isn't real. The entity is real. The cruel, the angry, the controlling. And it used to be before, you know, 80% of the time I've heard, like, he was really funny, he was driven, he was da-da-da-da-da, and then it just took over. the obsessiveness, the controlling, the perversion, the sacrifices. And I literally mean sacrifices. He literally sacrificed people. I have 100% believed that from day one. So, anyway, been heavy to listen to music because I feel kind of heartbroken sometimes. But I did listen to a few songs today, and the first one is a big one, and this is what I'm going to end on because I'm already 25 minutes into this and I'm really tired. I listened to Kesha. And so this song I love, and this video, oh my God, if you get a chance to watch it, please do. It's called Praying. And I posted, let me see, hold on. I was listening to it in the shower while I was doing my soak, and I was praying. I was literally praying in the shower. I know, I pray. I know it's hard for you heifers to believe, but I actually do pray. And this song, when I first heard it, it was such a healing song for me. And it was 8 years ago, right after I lost my daughter, Elliot. It was such a painful time in my life. And then 6 months later, I lost my dad. And he was the only one in my family that really kind of liked me. Even then, he talked shit about me, and I know he did, because he was around some really bitter people. But anyway, when he wasn't around the bitter people, my dad had a lot of empathy for me. And even in my darkest times, he was still proud of me, because he knew who I was inside. So losing him was really hard. But the song, it was around the time I remember. It was one of the first times I actually stood up for myself and I cut someone off. I'm such an empath. I'm an idiot. I'm not an idiot. Way too loving, way too giving, way too... I loved myself so little that I just put up with so much. And Elliot's bio, Ken Williams, he was only good for one thing, and I had to teach him how to do it right. But anyway, I don't even miss him. I don't even know why I was with him. Because I remember there was sometimes I would look at him and just be like, oh. Anyway, I know that sounds mean, but I'm just being honest. He was so cruel to me. I was going to settle with him, and I do mean settle. Like, I was just gonna, stop it. I was just gonna, okay, that's who I'm gonna end up with. I didn't even think we would ever get married. I didn't plan on ever marrying him. I just figured, okay, maybe we'll live together. And I wasn't even sure about that because my daughter, she did not like him. And I only liked him when we were sleeping together. But he wasn't someone that I was really proud of or anything like that. Anyway, when I was pregnant, he was not very nice. He was absolutely, I mean, he really showed his true colors, and the narcissism and the selfishness truly came out. And I tried to be empathetic, and I tried to help him. And you know, I was like, I don't need you to raise this child. I've done it with Adela, and he was just so fucking cruel. And then she passed, and I know he was glad. And I told him just to leave me alone. And do you think that motherfucker ever did? No. Send me pictures of my panties that I left at his house, just for booty calls. And And I was so stupid to allow him back in, even after as cruel as he'd been to me. And finally one day, when it was a year to the day that my dad had died. And I was just so sad. And he kept reaching out to me, and he wanted to see me, and da-da-da-da. And I just said, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be with you today. My dad hated you. No, I don't want to. And once again, I saw that real narcissistic side and his cruelty and how ugly he was to me. And there was something in me that just snapped, and it was like, fuck you. And right then I was able just to detach from him. I never saw him again. And I sent him this song. And it's called Praying by Kesha. And let me read the lyrics. Well, first, let me read this. So I posted, as I was doing my release for the moon and for the year, and it said, this year has been intense. It's been the year of the snake, and I've shed so many old layers and traumas that have been buried deep within. Tonight is the last full moon of the year, so I'm thinking about all that I have processed and all that I'm finally releasing. This song came to mind. It was one that hit home after I lost my daughter, Elliot. It was my closure song to the piece of shit sperm donor that left me in my pregnancy, harassed me till I lost her, then flat out refused to leave me alone in my grief and healing. It was empowering to cut that motherfucker off. But I find this song applies to all the toxic relationships I've endured in my life. Not just the lovers, but the friends and families that were never really on my side, or couldn't even acknowledge their cruelty during my darkest times. Or the spectators that knew what was being done to me was wrong, but never stood up for me or said anything. It's okay though. My worth isn't dependent on their opinion of me. I am proud of who I am. Right here in this moment. I'm so fucking proud of myself. I am in awe that with the help of my higher power and my ancestors, I have truly come to love myself. Crusty parts and all. And for those that hurt me or abandoned me, I forgive them. I release them. And I will keep praying for them from far away and safe from ever being hurt by them again. I sincerely hope they heal. I hope they find their peace. I hope we all do. And I put her video, which is very fucking powerful. And it parallels perfectly to the Earth Angel novella. So it's my song. I'm gifting it to the Earth Angel novella. It's actually Kesha's song. And her story is incredible too. But this is also the Earth Angel song. Like, she's had so many people be so fucking cruel to her on such a different level than my cruelty. Like evil cabals and people that are just fucking cruel and mean and won't stop abusing her. And through that, because of it, she's found out who she is. If you watch the video, it is definite. She's literally an angel in the video. And God is love, and it talks about television and wars, and it is definitely the Earth Angel story in that video. But it's also little Tierra de la Rosa's story. And the lyrics to that song is, well, you almost had me fooled, told me I was nothing without you. But after everything you've done, I can thank you for how strong I have become. Because you brought the flames and you put me through hell. I had to learn how to fight for myself. And we both know all the truth I can tell. I'll just say this, is I wish you farewell. I hope you're somewhere praying. I hope your soul is changing. I hope you find your peace, falling on your knees, praying. I'm proud of who I am. No more monsters. I can breathe again. And you said that I was done. Well, you were wrong. And now, the best is yet to come, bitches. Because I had to make it on my own. Oh, and I don't need you. I found a strength I've never known. I'll bring thunder. Oh, I'll bring rain. When I'm finished, they won't even know your fucking name. You brought the flames, and you put me through hell. I had to learn how to fight for myself. And we both know all the truth I can tell. And I am telling. I'll just say this, is I wish you farewell. I hope you're somewhere praying. I hope your soul is changing. Go fucking heal, changing. I hope you find your peace. I hope you hit rock bottom. It's the only way you'll find your peace. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying it to be honest. I do hope you hit rock bottom so that you can finally look in the mirror, falling on your knees, praying. Sometimes I pray for you at night. Someday, maybe you'll see the light. Well, some say in life, you're going to get what you give, or as my mom would say, you get back what you put out. But some things, only God can forgive. So I hope you're somewhere praying. I hope your soul is changing. TikTok motherfuckers changing. I hope you find your peace. Go fucking heal. Falling on your knees. Praying. So. Oh, I listened to that and that was just like, it's powerful. There were a few other songs that were awesome, but Kesha always brings it home. And just, when you hear about her story and what she went through, and if you watch the beginning of that video, I remember I used to watch it and I would just cry because she's laying there in this ocean. She's like on a cross. It's so beautifully symbolic. I love that video. And it's the journey of an earth angel, the journey of a light worker. She went through like horrible things, abuse in the industry, like you can't believe. And she survived it. And she taught me how to transmute my pain into art. And maybe not videos like hers or songs like hers, but in art pieces and food in this Earth Angel project. You didn't destroy me, you just destroyed who I thought I was. You revealed to me how fucking amazing I am, and that I am a child of the Most High. So I do hope you find your peace. The rock bottom, far away from me and my little family. And I mean that because I love, because I do love. Even the people that hurt me. But not enough to ever let those fuckers back in my life until they have gone through their rock bottom. Until they have gone through the fire. And I don't think that some of them can survive it. I'm at peace with that. I've already said my goodbyes. Oh, heavy. It's such a releasing feeling. And I blocked them on my social media, so I doubt they'll ever see this, but I wish they could. I wish they would. All of them, even my mom and my sister and my brothers, my exes, my old friends that I have blocked. I stand by what I'm sharing, and at some point, because I know that this project is something that will be public, they will have to look in the mirror. They may not agree with anything that I say, and I don't care. It's not their truth, it's mine. It's my story. I'm not asking anyone to believe it. Not even asking anyone to listen to it. But I know people will want to, because when people understand what I have physically, emotionally, and spiritually have been through, they want to know how. And I'm going to work that 12th step. I'm going to show them. I'm going to teach them. I'm going to share. I'm going to testify, and that includes the crusty parts of my life and crusty people in my life. So I hope they find their peace. I really do. Anyway, I'm going to end that there, but I am so grateful that I am held by the Most High. I'm held by the universe. I am loved by my ancestors and my snoring Frenchie. You can hear him. I do need to try and get to bed soon. I've got an early morning, and I'm going to get to see my daughter later. Let's see if see what dramatics happen. The end of the world finally happens. God, I hope it does. I really hope it. And I'm not afraid of the end of the world. And the way I say that is just like, there's something that's like, if revealing the Epstein ties, not even the list, just the whole thread of means that the government collapsed, then the fucking government needs to collapse. And we're talking more than governments, we're talking religions, we're talking industries. Then burn, fucking baby, burn. I am not afraid of it. And no one else should be. Actually, they should want it, so that we don't have to live under this false fucking piece of shit, dense earth. We can make this a heaven for all living beings. Not just for the fucking elite. I think they can bomb and kill and just ethnically cleanse a land. Even Charlie Kirk saw that. What Netanyahu was doing. Even I'm channeling it. Even he, it was something I posted not that long ago, where he was having a conversation with another podcaster, and it was just a few months before he was assassinated. And it was like a light bulb. He's like, I have to be careful how I say this. But they're ethnically cleansing Gaza. And it's not just, it's, so yes, I want this fucking place to burn so we can rebuild. So we don't have to literally be sacrificed by fucking elites. I don't even want to call it the deletes, because they're about to be deleted. I welcome it. I pray that people welcome it, that they release those chains of fear and say, bitch, I want this to end. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to be afraid for my kids. And if you don't feel that way, if you want everything to stay the same, if you're too afraid to look in the mirror, woo, change is coming. So I hope you find your peace falling on your knees, because you are about to hit fucking rock bottom. If you can't let go of this old world, if you can't let go of these old ideas, if you can't let go of the fact that you have been wrong, I had to. Wrong about certain politicians, wrong about certain industries and people that I admired. I've been wrong. I want to know the truth. And if you're a decent person, you should want to know the absolute truth, even if it fucking breaks your heart. So bring it, baby. Bring it. Ready for the new world. Ready for the Epstein list. I've said that a million times, because it's not even a list. The true, unredacted, the cold, hard truth of what? Because he's just that domino. And again, it's not just the horrible part is the sex trafficking. But when you realize that's just one pocket of the churches and the, it's really ugly. But you gotta, evil needs to be exposed so it can stop being evil. So we need to stop fighting each other. Oh, it's the Democrats. Oh, it's the maggots. Or, and I know I need to be better about that too. But seeing Hillary with that cunt, Mary, whatever the fuck her name is, I was just like, motherfucker, these heifers, I cannot, yes I can believe, yes I can. Hillary has one of the worst death lists, her and her husband. Of course. And I'm sure Epstein has plenty of blackmail on those fuckers. So yeah, she's going to do exactly what Israel or Epstein had, and accrued blackmail for Israel. So yeah, she's their bitch. As is pretty much anyone at this point who is not being vocal about the actual genocide, the murdering of children. TikTok motherfuckers, I hope you find your peace. You better find it quick. Anyway, I'm looking forward to a whole new world. Because this heifer is tired, sick and tired of this world, man. This world sucks. But it doesn't have, we don't gotta live, like we say in the program, you don't gotta live like this no more. In the program, the moment you start to take accountability, even when it hurts, even when you have to pay consequences, it's the most freeing moment. So, I wish rock bottom for all you fuckers. Alright, let me just pull one more. And honestly, when I say that, I wish rock bottom, maybe not for all you fuckers, but I wish rock bottom for everyone, in the sense of, yeah, I do, and not because I'm, there was a time when it was like, you motherfuckers, even with Trump, like, wish you felt just a tenth of the shit that you've done to these people. And now I'm just like, if there's any redemption, I wish you rock bottom, because that's the only way. Especially when you're that invested and you're that evil. And yes, I don't care what fucking trauma you've had, you have allowed yourself to be overruled and overcome by dark entities. That evil, the only saving grace you'll have is by losing every fucking thing and hitting rock bottom. And not many will survive it. So, I wish you rock bottom. I I wish you redemption, but motherfucker, if you can't redeem yourself, then I wish you rock bottom and self-destruction, because we're not stopping the world for you guys. Alright. Let me find that rock bottom one. I am light. Waking up. Binding graves, foundations crumbling, cracked open. Let me see. I love this book. I mean, okay, I pray that you hit rock bottom. 69 is the page. My old Beavis and Butthead. Okay, let me see. I pray that you hit rock bottom, the most painful time of your life. I pray that you feel alone, isolated, deserted, and you discover that what you thought was rock bottom is actually a ledge. So you can come crashing down even further. And as you land, you are cracked open into a million, no, a billion, or a trillion for you, Musk, pieces. And you have no idea how to put them back together. I pray that while you are down there in the depths, the only person you have to keep you company is you. I pray that you choose to gather up those pieces, and with no idea how and in what order, and then begin putting them back together one by one. Just right. I pray for foundations mightier than the Acropolis, and an inner light that shines so bright it dazzles the corneas of anyone who cannot handle your bright. I pray for skin as comfortable as a 10-year-old tracksuit on a Saturday night, and an inner light so bright that you can always find your way home. I pray for the triumph of your soul and the return of you. I hope you find your peace. Alright, I'm going to wrap that up. I'm tired. I need to be fed, burped, and put to bed. But if anyone is watching, thank you for being a part of my spiritual journey. I hope that you take your own personal inventory and try and release what doesn't serve you anymore. Let go of old ideas and thoughts, especially bipartisan thinking. And I really do hope you find your peace. And going on the spiritual journey, it is not easy, but it is the most rewarding, life-saving thing you can ever do. Not just for yourself, but for the people that you love around you. So, that is my testimony, and I'm sticking to it. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will try and be back tomorrow, or whenever the universe says it's time. Alright, I love you. Sweet dreams.